Hey y'all, this is my review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 14, episode 8. Now I'll be looking at my notes, and I thought this was going to be like a quick review because I was like, they were pretty much doing the spa thing the entire episode. But I'm looking at my notes, I'm just like, oh shit, I have a lot to talk about. And that's just what I love about Beverly Hills. Like, you think there's not much to talk about, but there really is. And we get to look into like a real friendship dynamic. And again, they get to like, they have the luxury of having a slow burn in an episode because it just works for this franchise. So, yeah, it's still my second favorite franchise currently. Shout out to Salt Lake City. But yeah, let's get into the episode. Now, I will say I am recovering from a cold. This is day 3. So pardon me if I, lose my breath or, be coughing. Because look, I didn't want to do this live right now, but I have to go to work in an hour. And I'm just like, I got to be about my reviews. So let's get into it. So we open the episode. Most of the ladies are getting ready for Beau's spa and relaxation gathering held at her house. The amount of times we heard the word healing. Shout out to Whitney from Salt Lake City as well as Alexander Rogers. Like, the number of times they said the word healing, you can definitely play it as a drinking game. So then most of the majority of this episode takes place during this spa gathering. And, usually they wait till the middle of the episode. So it must have been, a lot of interesting moments to capture the entire event. So then we see Beau's on FaceTime with Dorit. And of course, she relays the tea that Garcelle told her in the last episode, about Kyle's text. So it does seem like Beau's is inserting herself, but Kyle made it her business. That's what Beau said. When she went over to Beau's house, when she was in recovery mode and she's sitting in bed, like when Kyle was trying to explain herself, like, you brought Beau's into it. And it just looks suspicious that she showed everyone else the text, but Beau's and Dorit. Like, how do you text the husband, but not like, you show everybody, but the wife of the husband that you text? Like, Kyle really just can't own up to her actions. And I think people would be more forgiving to her, but excuse me, she's not seeing it at all. Anywho, speaking of which, next scene we're with Kyle FaceTiming Kathy, who I totally forgot was on the show. It's been a couple of episodes. She's basically catching her up on her version of, her conflict with Dorit. So we're back at Beau's crib, and yes, for the all-black staff, I'm feeling it. The ladies are arriving. Garcelle, Sutton, and Jennifer, they're riding together, and they're still talking about Kyle's text message. And I still don't understand, like, if it was a big deal to them, if they're still talking about it, how come they didn't bring that up to her at the Chuck E. Cheese? I didn't understand that. And then from Dorit's confessional, she's definitely going to confront Kyle at this gathering. So then the ladies are all in their robes, enjoying the amenities. The chef is fine, by the way. And I would definitely be Garcelle in this moment. I would definitely be flirting as well. And then we see these black men outside ready to give massages. Heaven. It made me want to go out and get a massage, or at least call somebody over to give me one personally. Anywho, later we see Garcelle relaxing and laid out, and Dorit approaches her to her surprise and basically says the way she responded to her in the Viper room had nothing to really do with Garcelle, but more about her frustration of what she was going through at the time. And it seems like, Dorit is going out on a limb to be vulnerable with Garcelle. And Garcelle is actually receiving of it. I was surprised by that. Dorit also acknowledges that they are not in the best place, and she apologizes for the ways that she's hurt her and says she will try to be more receptive. And I will say, this is the apology that Garcelle should have been received from Dorit. Been. And then maybe they could have had a better relationship. Like, can y'all agree with me? I know we hate Dorit, but I thought that was the genuine apology that Garcelle wanted. So I appreciate that. Like, it wasn't a sorry with an excuse attached to it. So look, I'm gonna give Dorit bravo. She did it the right way. And I just want to know, are y'all satisfied with this apology? Probably not. We then see Bose and Kyle talking, and Bose confronts her about being selective with who she read the text to PK to. Now, Kyle then tells her what the text says, and it pretty much is like everyone's hanging on to the part where she says, "I've never repeated anything you've shared." That's a red flag to me, too. Then Sutton comes along and joins the conversation, and now Kyle is on high alert. Bose then asks Kyle to share the text message with the group, share it with the rest of the class. But we cut to her confessional, and she's asking, why is Bose making it her business, and she doesn't know my relationship with Dorit or PK. And like I said earlier, she made it the group's business. She's the one that pulled out her phone at Chuck E. Cheese, and incriminated herself. And then, we see Erika on the side vouching for Kyle, and she needs the hush, for real, because she has yet to hold her friend accountable. We'll get into that at the end of the episode because I appreciated Dorit calling her ass out on that. Kyle then is in flight mode and getting upset. Erika goes after her, and here come the tears. I can't do this anymore. I just can't. Like, oh, girl. Like, that's what I thought in the moment. Like, girl, leave the show. Leave the show if this is so hard for you. I'm just tired of it. Like, she's always the victim. Like, Lisa Vanderpump is vindicated, in my opinion. I'm going to pause right quick to see what y'all are saying. You text my husband while we're separated, I'd fight you, period. Well, all right. This was a good Garcelle episode. I agree, Riri. I agree. She was in her bag with comedic timing, commentary, and stirring the pot. The producers wanted to look. That was so good. I have not even gotten to that part yet. I'm glad that y'all know the parts that really stood out to me. Garcelle received it well because that's what she wanted from Dorit for a while. Look, and like I said, like, even though I don't really fuck with Dorit, I can really acknowledge that, this is the apology that Garcelle deserved and should have been received on Dorit's end. I can't stand when Kyle starts crying. I get annoyed every time. Kyle act like she was on As the World Turns. I keep forgetting that Kyle is an actress. Not a good one because Kim is better. But, she's still an actress. Now, like I said, y'all, I'm a little sick. This is a live show. So I got to blow my nose. Give me a second. I got to be professional, I works over here, but I appreciate y'all. I apologize. Anyway, let's see. So then we cut to Dorit's confessional, and she's wondering why Kyle has discussed this text message to her husband and to everyone but her. And I really do think that's wild. Like, you discussed this text message with everybody that that had to do with her husband except for her. Like, I just really don't understand that. And Kyle thinks she's being crucified in the moment. Like, she feels like she did nothing wrong and she doesn't owe Dorit anything. This is what she tells Erika. So then she announces to the group, as I have one more thing left to say and I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Then leave. Shout out to Meredith. She's tearfully telling Dorit that she loves her, PK, and their family, and she's been made to feel like she's done something wrong. She then finally reads the text message aloud to Dorit. Again, the part that sounds off alarms is I've never repeated anything you've shared. Like, what was shared, Kyle? Kyle? I can't do it, all the way because I'm still sick, but she even tries to clear it up that it wasn't about Dorit. And I find that very hard to believe, Kyle. Like, she breaks the fourth wall in this moment and says she meant about the cameras, like the production. Cut to Garcelle's confessional, giving it to us straight yet again, and she ain't buying it. She's like, clearly there were more than memes and funny jokes shared. And not her saying, if it was just memes and jokes, share them. Production likes to laugh. I love that. I loved it. Kyle then goes on to full temper tantrum, not allowing anyone to ask follow-up questions after she finished reading that text message. Excuse me. She says, fuck everybody, I'm done with this. I'm done with this shit. Like, why was she so upset, y'all? Why was she so upset? Can someone let me know in the chat? There's no reason. Like, the way she's getting so upset is because you got caught doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing. You're in the wrong. I don't understand, like, the whole basis of Beverly Hills. Like, if one of the phrases that I would attach to this franchise is own it. Own it. Own it. We're going to be open and honest. So I don't understand why Kyle is just having such a problem with that. Yes, she enjoys, she loves living in victimhood. I totally agree with that. So Erika and Dorit then go after Kyle. They're by the doorstep talking. Then the rest of the ladies follow. Sun doesn't want to go. You can see that eye roll that she does from space. Like, she was just saying, it's so dramatic. And I'm just like, now, Sun, girl, like, I know you ain't talking about dramatic when, we saw you last season on that Vegas trip. Like, no, let's not go there. I'm talking about calling somebody else dramatic. But Kyle continues crying and says, everyone should be just ashamed of themselves. Like, Kyle and Dorit then walk away from the other ladies. Kyle is pleading her case, trying to make it seem like she's a girl's girl, but she ain't. She ain't. Uh, Dorit clocks it in her confessional. She said, it's a little too late. Like, I shouldn't have to ask you not to text my husband while we're separated or while we're beefing too, right at that. And it just makes it seem like, Kyle, your loyalty was with PK over Dorit. It really was. Dorit then tries to explain to Kyle how her relationship with PK has been, volatile. And Kyle has the nerve to say that she hasn't experienced that side of PK. And even insinuates, y'all, that Dorit is taking advantage of PK not being there to defend himself. That's what really blew me back. That blew my wig back. Much like Bows on the Beach on that last episode. Like, you don't know how people are behind closed doors. Like, for my fam that been watching Beverly Hills since the very beginning, I mean, y'all remember Taylor? Like, her husband was whipping her ass behind the scenes. And, he was coming off as like really meek and timid and, docile, like in front of the cameras. So, Kyle, are you one of those women who are just like, oh, well, that can't be. I have never seen him act like that. You definitely aren't a girl's girl. Like, that really, like, I don't know. That would really hurt me seeing that if I was Dorit. So anyway, Dorit then brings up how in the text, the issue is what PK shares with Kyle. And Kyle wouldn't share with her. So basically, she's saying that um, PK, whatever he's sharing with you, you aren't sharing it with me, who, like, I'm your friend. I'm your friend. Like, he's my husband, and like, it's just inappropriate, you know? So Kyle keeps trying to say that Dorit was not the topic. Dorit tells Kyle that she knows for a fact PK has talked to her about their relationship because he shares it with everybody. And then we cut to Kyle's confessional. She's saying, well, the matters that they have discussed was the show or Lisa Vanderpump, not Dorit. But at the end of the day, your ass still lied because you said it was still just memes and jokes. Anyway, let me see what y'all saying. Kyle thinks everyone is dumb and doesn't know what's going on. Didn't Dorit say that at one point PK told her that Kyle be talking about her? Exactly. Like, Kyle is just like a gaslighter. Kyle act like she in a relationship with PK or something. Kyle is wrong, and if anyone did this with Mo, she would have been ballistic. Exactly. Like I said, if I was Dorit, I would have sent Mauricio a nude. Like a nude, breast out, legs spread wide. Like, now what? Now what? We're even. Like, how can you concede that you would be mad if the tables were turned and still stand 10 toes down on the bullshit? Make it make sense. Thank you. I pray Garcelle and Son make a group chat with Mo, and I would. Yes, exactly. Like, what? I just, it's so crazy. Pink Pebble says, like, she knows PK better than his own wife. It's crazy to me. It really is. So then we cut to Dorit's confessional, and she says, of course, PK doesn't pick up the phone to talk to Kyle. But when Kyle and Mauricio were living together, PK would come over because, you know, they're still bros. And he'd see Kyle in passing. And she says she knew all the conversations that they had. So, Kyle, why are you trying to act like Dorit don't know? So Kyle, she said Kyle would talk to him about her issues with Dorit, and PK would tell her his issues with Dorit. And PK told her this. Told her this. Child, Kyle then goes back in the house to get her things and leave. She still thinks it's a scheme set up by Dorit to get everyone against her and doesn't see at all how she's been a shitty friend. Dorit is talking to the ladies now, and Erika is still sticking up for Kyle, saying that she's misunderstood. And I'm just wondering, what does Kyle have on Erika? It just doesn't seem like her, especially if you've known Erika since she's been on the show. Excuse me. Her throwing in, we text about Lisa Vanderpump regarding her and PK was so shady when she knows those two are still cool. Ooh, I didn't know that. She cannot help herself but take a dig and hurt someone. Hey, Carlos. The way Kyle has morphed into LVP is insane. Well, she tried. She's like, it's like LVP is Coke and Kyle is Pepsi. Like, LVP, at least. LVP, most of the time, she would throw the rock and hide her head and she would not get caught. If anything, she'd get someone else to throw the rock. Like, LVP was the real Bobby Fischer. Kyle she isn't as cunning. And like LVP was a sniper. Kyle is sloppy. Do y'all agree? So then, anyway, it looks like Sutton and Dorit, then they have an awkward truce between them. And that's the end of the spa day. So the next scene, we're with Kyle and her daughters and Mauricio celebrating Portia's 16th birthday. That is insane. Like, I remember Portia when Kyle was like carrying her around the white party. I feel old. She's still hurt from the event, but is focusing on her family. Cute scene, and especially them buying Portia a Porsche. I knew Kyle was a male worshiper, but taking up for PK against Dorit is crazy. Oh. Kyle isn't smart enough to be like LVP, and I didn't even like her. Yes, Erika is a letdown. When she was going through it, she was pissed that people weren't on her side. Thank you. I forgot to even mention that. Exactly. She was so pissed nobody was on her side. Like, what if, like, if somebody told Erika, like, oh, well, I'm giving, so and so the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm on the side, the victims, Like, I remember Erika said, I don't care about anybody else but me. But me. So I don't know. I'm just seeing so much hypocrisy here. Kyle's the lead of the show, and Erika ain't stupid enough to go against her. Remember when Erika and Lisa went against Kathy? She still never got it at Kyle. True, true. Thank you, Andrea. And also make sure you like the video and subscribe to a Ninja. And if you have not checked out my interview with Dr. Heavenly, please check it out. Like, I surprised myself, y'all, and I want to thank y'all in the chat, for those who were there to watch it in real time, to really support me. Support me, bitch! So I don't know, like, I have the interview itch now. I didn't really think I can do stuff like that, but now I have this new confidence, and I've unlocked this new what's the word I want to use? I guess this new avenue that I want to go down. I actually hit up, and you heard it here first. I hit up Angie from Salt Lake City because she's reposted me before. That would be a great interview. And I'm thinking about just asking Toya too. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, if you haven't seen the interview with Dr. Heavenly, please check it out. So yeah, next scene, we're with Garcelle at her beach house, and Sutton is visiting. They're talking about the aftermath of Kyle's blow up. They think she's being silly and overacting about everything. And I totally agree. Another issue they're talking about, and I think they can't really say what they're talking about. Like, they're talking in kind of code a little bit, because they would be breaking the fourth wall if they didn't talk in code. And it's because I think Kyle left the show for like a week. Like, after she stormed off from the spa day, like, she stopped filming for like at least a week. So when Sutton said leave this group, like, I think that's what she was referring to. But then Sutton points out the double standard on how Kyle always is when, she's overreacted, but it's different when Kyle, does it. She calls her inconsiderate. Garcelle points out how she tried to shame them for like holding her accountable. And Sutton says, I will not bow down to the altar of Kyle Richards. I know that's right. Because she do think she's the queen bee and can't be called out on her bullshit. Oh, thank you. The evolution. Thank you, Riri. I appreciate that. Did you ask why is she so horrible? Now, Angie, I would watch. I have to still be polite to my guests on the channel, and I can still call them out at the same time. Let's see. So the next scene, we're with Erika and Dorit together. They're getting facials. We see from Dorit's confessional that she feels some type of way that Erika didn't really stick up for her or hold Kyle accountable, knowing that Kyle was wrong. So she decides to confront Erika about that. And I don't think Erika saw that coming. Like, she didn't think Dorit was going to actually come for her. She tells Erika that she heard how Kyle tried to explain the text, but from what she knows, it's definitely a cop-out. The part where Kyle says, I will never share anything said between us, she knows that she's referring to Dorit. So, not anything else. She tells Erika that there's no way you don't believe that. Erika still says it can go both ways and she doesn't know for sure. Dorit is like, she's like, girl, this is not a court of law. And I'ma just say, just because, Erika, you married to Tom Girardi, that does not make you Ally McBeal. Like, calm down, sis. You do not have a law degree by proxy of penis. Please. Like, aren't y'all tired of her keep saying, well, what I learned from Tom Girardi? Like she could just walk in a courtroom now. Sometimes she just be getting on my nerves with that. But Erika says she needs proof, and she's still giving Kyle the benefit of the doubt. Like these other chicks can't even stand Dorit, but they're saying Kyle is wrong. So what is going on, Erika? So then Dorit says she don't need to provide proof. The walls are thin, y'all. I'm sorry. And she tells Erika, when it comes to Kyle, you don't call it like you see it. And I absolutely agree. And I think that hit Erika hard. Like, Erika is horrible at playing dumb. I mean, go back to when shit really hit the fan in her life. Because I'm just like, Erika, you can't be playing smart and stupid at the same time. You can't. Cut to Dorit's confessional, and she says she's never known Erika to be afraid of anyone. And look, that's why I'm surprised from this. But with Kyle, she just said it's crazy to me. Like, Erika has gone up against LVP and Kathy Hilton, but not Kyle. Kyle? So Dorit tells Erika she didn't appreciate when she told Kyle she did nothing wrong. Erika then says she may need to bow out both of these friendships and let the two of them work it out. Erika doesn't feel the need to pick a side, but you did in that moment though. Like you were like clearly on, Kyle's side. Dorit just wants her to call it like she sees it, like the other women, like Bo. She called it like she saw it. Erika says she doesn't want it to be true, and because she's friends with Kyle as well, she's giving her the benefit of the doubt. The credits are rolling now, and Dorit asks Erika if it turns out to be true, will you be okay with it? And Erika says no, and that is where the episode ends, y'all. I surprisingly really enjoyed this episode, even though it felt like not that much happened. Like, I get it, y'all. We're still talking about the Kyle and Dorit beef, but there really is something to say about the friendship dynamics and like just applying real life situations to this. Like, would y'all really text your friend's partner after they separated? No. And why is Kyle keep trying to stand on that? Like, the hill is not worth dying on. So yeah, I enjoyed this episode. I know a lot of people aren't really, well, some, because the ratings ain't reflecting that. They're still in the upper echelon of the ratings. I think they have the highest on Bravo right now. But yeah, I was definitely entertained. I would love to know what y'all thought about Kyle, like how she stopped filming for like a week. She confirmed that, I think on the after show or like an interview or something like that. We also get the mid-season trailer on Monday. I cannot wait to see that because I want to know, like, is Bo's going to get into it with anybody? Like, oh yeah, they had that girls trip. I forgot they're going to remind me in the chat. Where's the girls trip now? Did they go to Trinidad? I can't remember. Help me out, y'all. But anywho, I do get St. Lucia. Thank you. I think it was St. Lucia. I would give this episode solid 8 out of 10. Not perfect, but yeah, I really enjoyed this. I would love to know what y'all thought. I'm on a time constraint, y'all. I gotta go to work later. Let me see what y'all talking about. I can't wait for the live review of the Salt Lake City reunion that is coming up. After this review, I'm doing Traders. If I get back early tonight, I'm gonna do it, but then it'll be tomorrow morning. If not, you'll get SLC tomorrow. Well, no, I'm sorry. You'll get Traders tomorrow morning. Then Pop Roast. You heard it here first at 1 p.m. And then I might do Salt Lake City on Saturday or Sunday. Look, a ninja is tired. I do 5 to 6 videos a week, and I'm also sick now too. Not Ally McBeal. Erika, we don't care what you learn from a thief named Tom. Girl, bye. Exactly. Did she learn that Tom is a crook? Erika, do you really want to brag about what you learned from your husband? Because we could go there. In my opinion, Erika never was Dorit friend. She was an alliance member. I could see that. And I think that's why, she's so cool with Bose now. Like, even present day. Like, oh, I want to mention that I saw on Watch What Happens Live, when Bose made her first appearance, and Dorit was in the audience. I thought that was so sweet. She was out here just to support Bose and like hang for her birthday. I thought that was so nice. I believe it. Chris, I went to urgent care and I have the flu. I heard it's going around. Exactly. Oh, thank you. I'll put a mask on. I'll put a mask on at work if that's the case. But yeah, I can't afford to get sick. Literally, I can't. But for everyone saying, Chris, why are you still going to work? Why are you still going to work? Hey, you don't want me to go to work? There it is right there. Right there, right there, right there. $ C Diggy 1 if you don't want me to go to work. Anywho, y'all, I had fun. Please let me know what you thought about this episode. And yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see